we're talking about some of the differences, the biological differences between the male brain and the female brain, one area of difference is in the amount of blood flow. The female brain at any given time is going to have more natural blood flow than the male brain. And this can be a blessing and a curse, so that more natural blood flow sometimes seems to give us more of it seems like we have a longer fuse before we respond with big emotions sometimes. So you see your girls might sit and seethe, and some of that has to do with that little extra amount of blood flow. So there's extra oxygen going to the female brain at any given time, so they seem to maybe have a little bit more response time in managing those emotions. But what that blood flow also does is it puts us as females at much greater risk for rumination. And rumination, when I explain this to girls, is what that thing where, especially when you're trying to shut down or you're trying to go to a quiet place in your brain, something just pops in your head. And for some reason that I can't explain, for some reason that thing that pops in your head is something that is hurtful or embarrassing, and you just can't let it go, and so you ruminate on it. You marinate in it. You play it over and over and over in your head. And this is why I say no texting or talking after 10 o'clock, because there's not a lot of great stuff going on in the female brain after 10 o'clock. Are you with me? Have you ever had this happen where you're laying in bed and something pops in your head and you just play it over and over and over and you decide, I am going to do something about it. And then you do. And then you wake up the next morning and you're like, oh my gosh, what was I thinking? You weren't. You were in cray-cray brain. That's that rumination.